Hello, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to another beautiful week of readings. As always, these are general readings, so I will be delving into the general energy, what's permeating around you, what you may be feeling, but these don't replace any of your decision-making capabilities. Please remember they are general, okay? Not a one-on-one. All right, so what do we have here? The energy of the Four of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords very clearly indicate that it's like coming out of a fog and still moving away from energies that may show signs of, it's like a losing battle, right? I feel that some energies, residual stuff is going to be floating around, wanting to stay, wanting to try and take hold again. And these are the times where we have to move away from that and hit higher ground. Absolutely. So I'm going to put these here, and we're going to keep these in mind as we go through the week. The 10 here. Maybe I just put it back here so we forget about it. I'm kidding. And we'll put the King of Swords beside my little candle, my little beeswax sheep candle. All right. So these are the two cards that came out for this day, for Monday. Now I did take from the Soul cards, which are for some a great favorite, and for others an ugly deck is what they've said. With bad juju. But I've never seen it that way. I'm actually quite fond of it. As soon as I saw this card, without even looking at this side, I saw a figure almost coming brilliantly, full of light, coming out of the dark, okay? Even the hand shows like a hesitation of, I don't know, if I have to feel out the energy here. So I feel this is you, Pisces, coming out, not completely sure as the Four. And this, it's kind of odd the way I see this creature here beside it. Because this creature's eyes open. This creature for me feels battle weary. It's like part bat, part lizard, part salamander. It's kind of a weird combination, but it's almost like it's been through fire, it's been through hell. I feel it's almost a little bit battle weary here from the side, but I don't feel that it's bringing any danger to you, for the simple reason that it's in a very defensive stance in front of you. Okay, so I feel that the energy is just, it's like, this is what makes me think it's a residual energy of sorts in a very defensive mode. The other reason that I say that is because along with it came the Seven of Swords. And this is negative energies, negative people, theft, sabotage, undermining, all of that. And he is staring straight at this card. So I feel that this energy, whatever this is a protective energy, protecting you from this. This is I don't know who this is, but I don't feel any fear from it. Actually, I feel a lot of compassion and love. Okay, because this I feel is like a protective energy trying to keep you away. This could be spirit. It could be people you care about. So definitely this week feels like either yourself or others are trying to shield or protect you from the negative energies. It could be your spirit guides, just, trying to ease you back in, because I feel this is an easing back in to life. And the residual energy isn't fabulous. It's almost like you probably came out a few days too early. But you need to come out at this point for obvious reasons, or reasons that aren't obvious, but will become obvious as you go along. So I'm going to start taking from the decks here. This card offered a lot of feel for me, a lot of intuitive hits. It feels like an in-between, really. That's what it feels like. I feel like you're in between, waking from your time of contemplation, right? And this is your kind of the week ahead. Yeah, I have the Queen of Cups. That's what I feel, and especially that she's looking in this direction. I feel that she's kind of looking at the situation in a very laid-back manner. And it's not because you ever get that impression, like when you're sleepy. If you're that type of person and people come at you and you haven't had coffee. I'm not this person, but I know people. You talk to them, but until they've had their first cup of coffee, they just kind of stand there and listen to you and don't really react to anything. I feel this is what you're doing this week. You're coming out of that place where you were cocooning and doing your work and really, you know, getting it done. And now you're coming out of this going, all right. See, she's got the coffee there, the cup going, you don't say. You don't say, wait a minute, let me get the sleep out of my eye. Okay, yeah. You're not engaging, you're listening, you're hearing, you're seeing, but the negative energy is not really bombarding you because you're not fully integrated in the moment yet, okay? So you're just very much still intuitively kind of. And I'm weaving a story here, Pisces, because I don't know what you've been doing or what you're up to. But this is like a general feeling. This story will make you feel a way. And that's the way, that's the energy that's coming in, okay? So it will either resonate, yeah, you've been working hard at something, okay? You have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like, while I've been working, something else has been happening, okay? So you're still high off of this. And in our story, she's woken up. So that would be the act of sleeping, getting really good rest, quality rest, okay? So now you're re-engaging. You're taking your head out of what you were doing and what you were building and creating. And now it's a whole kind of, I guess, different ball game, you would call it, that's being presented to you, okay? So let's keep going here. This is the Soul's Journey. This is another deck I haven't used in a while, but I'm using it today. That's a wonderful part about having all my decks around me. I get to see them all over again. Some that I haven't seen in a while. I feel that they have a direct line to me now. Instead of being hidden somewhere, I can see them and I can feel the energy of the decks that I want. So let's see. Let's see where you're at. What's going on? Oh, this one just... I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah. It shows like Buddha laughing. And you see the color scheme here? The green is showing up a lot. Even weirdly enough here, which doesn't have any green on it as far as I can tell, but when I look at the viewfinder, it may be just the light reflecting. I feel that right now, like I said, you're not taking anything, you're not feeling that that the weight of the negative emotions that may be just surrounding. I was talking yesterday about going into a bar room after a brawl and everything's done. You come in without having had any of that negative energy. You come in fresh off the road or off the street, walk into this mess and going, okay, what's going on here, right? You can see it with through different eyes, with a different perspective. So I wouldn't know if it's humor, but definitely the lighter side of the energy. Some of you may find humor in some of this as well, whatever the situation is. God knows I come from a long line of in my family of laughing at the most inappropriate time. Almost to the point that some people would probably think that it's that it was rude. So, you know, yeah, yeah. But we were that kind of family, and people, yeah, we never wanted to take death so seriously. My grandmother made jokes about when she died. My father made jokes about when he would die. And when they died, we left at some points because we were remembering things they had said. And that's what I mean. But sometimes to people outside looking in, they would have thought that's just rude. But it was our way, right? So I feel that you're out of step maybe right now with maybe the dramas that have been you know, present, I will say. No longer though. You're just kind of, you know, floating in on your own energy. So just remember that, okay? You are lighter, and that's okay. You're allowed to be lighter. I'm taking my ancestor deck since the mention of father and grandmother. Okay, yeah. So you have the death card, obviously, but it's in the reverse. So yeah, this is after something major has happened, okay? Something big. That's the only way I can say it. It's like the day after. This is what I feel like. This is like the day after. And we are, for whatever reason, having taken our energy and spent it on something productive, going back. My God, you're active right now, darling. We're coming out of that time of transition and just moving straight into it. I'm going to leave it at it. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to take from the Intuition Oracle. I'm going to move my little stuff because I've been deep in work. For people who are members, you guys know that I've been doing, I started doing videos of my autumn decks. I have some coming in, so I'm hoping to share those as well. And I'm most likely going to start using the ones I consider autumn decks next week for the readings. I'm going to take them all out and showcase them because, yeah. Yeah, it's love. I love autumn. Oh, okay, I can't even do this properly. Look at me. I don't do the heart thing like people. There, heart. That's the way I do hearts. There you go. So this is the Intuition Oracle. I like this because I took the Ancestor deck, my Ancestor deck, which is my Marseille, right? This is the one, and yeah. I use this one for any ancestors who want to speak. I feel that the messages are like less cards, more profound. Okay, it's like they're like these people who say one word, and in that word you can find meaning, if you know what I mean, right? I like this because this is the mentor, and it's affirmation. I respect and learn from the wisdom of my elders. And it's all coming into lessons and humor. For a lot of us, when things happen, it's our first time, right? We go through a lot of things. We go through a lot of emotions. But you have to remember that for people who are older, they've seen a lot. They've been through a lot. And that's why you hear sometimes an elderly person laugh at you, kind of pat you on the arm and go, "Oh, it's okay." Just as you would a child who's having a crisis over something trivial, right? As a parent, you do that. You just go, it's okay. It won't matter, you know. You'll move on to other things, you know. It means a lot to you right now, but you'll get through it. And when you do, and that's what I feel this is like, right? So, let's take a look deeper what this is saying, just the image itself, because they do give us a wonderful little blurb about the art itself. And it says, the mentor sits in the same place in her enchanted garden where she has sat for many years. She finds comfort in her nest because it makes it easier for her to put aside the cares of the day and reminisce about people, places, and events she has experienced, mostly enjoyed, and always learned from. It's beautiful. She carves another mark in a stick, each one signifying a unique amount of time passed from the loss of one she cared about greatly. Her years have taught her that no one ever gets over such a loss, but just learns how best to live with and the hole in life it makes. She allows herself to be filled with love and compassion for the people, animal, birds, and plants that will most likely outlive her, though she has often been surprised to outlive those much younger than she. To not do so and dwell on the inevitable of human frailty and mortality would make the time on earth she has left too sad. I can't say this word. She prefers to be grateful that she has her health, and it's no wonder that she has it after a lifetime of eating real, unprocessed, I can't speak today. Unprocessed food. We'll stop there. Drinking pure water and avoiding anger, hate, and intolerance in herself and other people. The mentor is the teacher of the inspiration. She has taught her everything that she knows, including the fact that there is only so much that anyone can learn from another, especially about the aging process. What can easily be mistaken for forgetfulness is often simply a matter of the mentor being distracted by wistful memories evoked by the task at hand, or the results of having done a particular thing so many times that doing it becomes an unconscious act that one thinks has been done when it hasn't. The snake in the upper right corner of the border has been a lifelong friend of the mentor. She has built a home for him in the tree to ensure his safety from those who ignorantly recoil from him and may wish to eliminate him from their reality in a way many people feel about the elderly, thinking of them as useless eaters who no longer contribute to society. In truth, their wisdom is a precious gift to anyone fortunate enough to be able to seek it out and learn from it. And the other thought that came through before I continue is to say living should be left to the young. And that's in other words, it's like living should be done by the young or should be left to the young, something like that. And we tend to forget that there were people before us and they have contributions to make. So this is part of the heart of the matter. In most cases, a person does not get to live as long as the mentor unless they have always been wise beyond their years. Those who know this and seek out the company of the mentor and the many older people like her will be rewarded with learning life's lessons that they otherwise would have had to suffer through their own to learn. Having the benefit of such wisdom gives a young person an advantage that will benefit them now and throughout their life, culminating in their becoming a mentor too. Just as the old must forgive the childishness, ignorance, and lack of attention of the young, and pass their wisdom on to anyone wise enough to seek it out, the young must be compassionate with the frailties and distractedness of the old, and help them do the many things necessary to lead a comfortable life in this technologically advancing age. The stick carved by the mentor can also be symbolic of how we all want to leave our mark on our measured, finite lifetime. The act of helping another person and making their life better for having known you is the most powerful way to have an impact on society. It is a deceptively simple way of doing so, but this is also known to be true by every mentor worthy of the name. So, as beautiful as that was, Pisces, I do believe that the mentor here, for some of you, could be you. You don't have to be that aged. But I feel that because you've come out of that cave with energy intact or mostly intact, people will be looking at you to see, to feel, I would rather say, the wisdom that you're emanating. You're not, brash and going at it. You're coming out with an intent. And that's very attractive to people. This is where mentors get involved. This is how you become a mentor. That's how you're seen as one. So I feel that very much for you, okay? You have a place. And, for some of you, you're probably still young. But I've been told, that saying, you're wise beyond your years. And for some, if you've heard this as well, you're wise beyond your years, you could very well be a mentor or in a mentoring position. So don't forget this, okay? Creativity, so beautiful, my beautiful Pisces, so beautiful. You are definitely in a creative zone, not a destructive zone. The negative zone is not the place you decided to stay this time. You decided to stay in your sacral chakra, your creativity, okay? This is the reason you're coming out of this, okay? Because you're being called to bring forth this energy, because it's an important time for you to create and also to show people how to create, okay? You're connected to the life force of the cosmos, okay? The universe is pure creative energy, and it's been here for you at this time, helping you, okay? You've been embracing this creative power, and you've been channeling it into your life and making amazing things happen, manifesting your dreams to try to make them reality. Now at this time, you're going to feel a little bit, this is the flat, okay? This is feeling flat. This happens when energy kind of feels too heavy and weighs you down, right? You need to let your creative energy light your fire to keep you going, okay? So it's time to keep going with any creative project, writing, dancing, learning to play musical instrument, doesn't much matter, okay? Painting. This is a time to keep inviting that creative flow into your life, into your existence, okay? It's at your fingertips. Whatever you love to create, whatever makes your heart sing, whatever you've dreamed of doing, now is time to dance with that flow, with the soul and the universe of that flow. And make sure to keep those creative juices flowing, because it will bring joy and it will bring healing to the world. And I think that's the optimal thing that you're doing here, okay? That's what I'm feeling. That's what you're putting out. And yeah, I'm making you guys sound almost like wise old ones. I don't know, it sounds like that. Whatever, Pisces. I feel a maturity and a rising above some of the stuff that could be less than optimal energy. We'll just call it that. Less than optimal energy. Drinking Cafe Coco, my friends. Cafe Coco. Yes. Okay. Next deck, please. Let's pick from our watery deck. This is Sea Soul's Journey Oracle cards. Ooh. Oh, wow. There's a lot that came out. Okay. Yeah, I feel there's, I'm not going to read all of this, but the words coming out, the first one was forgive. May you let it be. Like I said, you're coming out in volatility, maybe a little bit. In other words, emotions are going to run high, is what I'm hearing. So whatever's bombarding on you at this point, be ready to kind of just, I don't know if it's just saying, don't let it affect you, okay? Just don't let it affect you. The other part is reveal. Reveal what you've been doing. Reveal what you've been spending your energy and time on. In other words, not your secret, your secret of success or whatever. I'm talking about not the idea, but the energy that you've been expending, how you've been expending it, okay? On love, on creativity, everything we've been talking about. Let them see the balance that it's created within you. Because you're walking around like you're walking on water when everybody feels like they've been beaten down by the hurricane, okay? So just, let them see that. And persist. May your ripples build a swell. In other words, you're here to create a better feeling, okay? All of this feels, this feels like I just said it was. That's exactly it, okay? So we're just going to leave these here. It's kind of strange they all came out, but, sometimes this is it. This is the way it comes out. So, forgive. Reveal yourself. Balance, persist. And I'm telling you, this creature here, there's protection within that. There's protection. So don't dismiss it. Feel like you can reveal yourself. You can talk about, it's almost like the person going, all right, is everybody done now? Okay, here's what we're going to do. That's the feeling I get. Like you are coming in to help sweep it up, to help change the energy, right? It's like, did everybody get it out of their system? Okay. Let's work on this properly now, right? Let's do something constructive for a change. This is exactly what I feel. All right, Pisces. So I'm going to take from the magical spell cards because they have wonderful keywords on them and blessings. Ooh. Harvest came out again. Yeah, this is, it's attached to this card. It's almost like reveal the harvest. Reveal what needs to be done now. What needs to be taken from everything, okay? It's like we worked this hard and then everybody pushed this hard. And now's the time to see what did they win, Like, I feel like a talk show host. Tell them what they won, Pat. And now's the time to, if people have not been in the 43-7 assessment, it's time to make them aware that they need to assess before the year's end, right? Before you go into the year of work, into the 8, the hard work. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees of the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I'm ready to receive my all. I love this. And this is not just for them, it's for you. It's like it's time for you to shine. It's time to show your colors now. It's time to show what you've been working on. Okay? Again, it's the reveal. It's the reveal. You're coming out to reveal the energy of you. It's almost like your time. It's your time to shine now. I like this. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So I'm going to take from the Creative Whack Pack. Look to the past. Again, there's a lot of mention of mentors, ancestors. History is loaded with creative analogies. Napoleon marching on Moscow is really just project management. Mao waging a guerrilla war is like launching an ad campaign. Pick a culture from the past. How would someone from that time deal with your issue? How about from your own personal history? What were you doing 10 years ago that might be useful to you now? What ideas from history can you apply to a current project? The only thing that happened when I pulled out this card is I was thinking that history repeats itself. So it may be good to look back on certain things and go, this isn't the first time that this has happened, okay? We forget from generation to generation what happens, right? Mostly none of us have been part of the First World War. All of those people have passed away. The only thing that's left is in books, okay? So it tends to stand in reason that because we haven't been part of that experience, things will be forgotten over time. So we're bound to repeat. So look at the past, look at history, go do some research to see how we have repeated cycles, sometimes without even really realizing that we have, okay? So yeah, that card really came in as that beautiful Pisces. There was something else in my head. Oh, I wanted to take another one of these. The Ancestor deck. My Ancestor deck, which is just a Marseille deck. Talk to me. Okay, so the Ancestor deck has this to say. We have an infinite amount of resources, probably more than in any lifetimes. We have more access to things and can delve into information and find it quite more readily than we have ever in our lives, ever. And it can speed up the level in which we can start healing and doing things and putting our ducks in a row, okay? If we choose to. If we choose to. Okay? We have more than we have ever had before. So much more than any other generation previously. We've just got to use it wisely. I almost feel like you're saying you have the resources if you can get it together, get it organized well enough to figure it out. We could easily help each other out. Okay? I think it's more research. I think it has to do with news that's less fast and more accurate. Okay? And I do believe in that. We have a lot of sound bites that cross even myself. Oh, and then you take it for real, right? You don't go search deeper than what you've seen in the 1 to 5 minutes. And sometimes that's a great deal of, you're not doing yourself any favors. Okay? I'm going to leave it at that because I have my own opinions and they're not to be shared here. Not here. Not at this time. But there are many things that are so bent out of shape that if the actual truth was known, it would completely, people would be blown away by how inaccurate some of the information has been. It's, yeah. So, here we go. Queen of Hearts. She's shown up twice now. So what's important to you right now, Pisces, is to stay very intuitive, very empathetic, okay, and very receptive. Tap into your introspection, your abilities, your psychic abilities for some of you, your emotional quotient, the counselor part of you, the mothering part of you. The Three of Swords. Look at this. Look at what's going on, okay? There's some harsh truths coming to light right now. There's, the truth of the matter is being seen, and it's painful, okay? It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable. Not comfortable at all. But you need to protect your energy. Again, okay? Yeah, if you look at this, this could actually be the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups, absolutely. You can almost feel that energy coming out of her. Or him. Yeah. And again, the Ten of Swords. See this? Yeah, there's a lot of like that energy. The Ten of Swords has been coming out a lot. There's something really big ending, Pisces. There's been an ending. It's been a done, kaput. It almost feels like a crescendo that happened and then the music died. But it's not completely gone. It's just right now we're in the silence between the notes. And those are the most profound places that we can find ourselves in. And then in the pause, in that silence between the musical notes. when it's quiet enough, when the noise has finally died down, that's when you see the real things. When you see reality. When you hear the pain. When you go to the heart of the matter. Where you can feel people's loneliness. Where you can feel people's fear, sadness. Sometimes that's needed. It's needed to go deep somewhere and find the real cause of the upheaval. Rarely the person just speaking out in anger. It's just because, they want to be mean. It comes from somewhere deep down. It comes from a pain deep down. And I think that in some cases this has happened. Not to you, don't feel to you, but you're definitely feeling the energy of it, okay? If this is you, I'll just have to add this as you never know, right? If this is you, embrace this time and don't run away from the things that you're trying to see in this pause, in this down time where everything became very quiet and peaceful. Embrace it, see it, heal it. Love the pain and heal it. It is the best gift you can give yourself. I speak from experience. All right, Pisces. Very emotionally charged, but keep your head up and keep yourself fresh. Keep yourself coming into the light if you are the one who is helping others pick up the pieces. And I am sending you a lot of love, light, and blessing. Keep on your very empowered and beautiful journey. And I will see you tomorrow. We're going to talk about the block. Take care. Love, light, blessings.